I agree with all the people who are saying that Deontay Wilder should take step-aside money and allow the undisputed fight between AJ and Tyson Fury to take place, and then he takes on the winner. Not just because I want to see the undisputed fight sooner rather than later, but also because I think it would be good for Deontay Wilder to hedge his bets. I personally believe that Wilder's got a better chance of beating AJ than he has of beating Fury, but at the same time, I think that AJ's got a better chance of beating Fury than Wilder has. It's all about styles make fights. I said this a very, very long time ago. I think at least a couple years ago on my channel. Some of you may remember, and I've said it a few times, that if I was pushed, gun to my head, to make a prediction about who beats who out of the top three, I would say Fury beats Wilder, Wilder beats AJ, and AJ beats Fury. I could very well be wrong in that little triangle, rock, paper, scissors scenario, but I said that a long time ago, and the way things are playing out at the moment, it looks like, at least in my head, it could actually end up being that way. So, as far as I'm concerned, Deontay Wilder is on a kamikaze mission if he tries to fight Tyson Fury again immediately. I think that he should hedge his bets, wait to see what happens, and he's going to get paid a load of money for not fighting anyway, with the step aside. So hedge his bets, wait to see what happens in the AJ Fury fight. Maybe even if Fury wins, he could see potential weaknesses in Tyson Fury that AJ might be able to exploit and then work on a game plan for that rubber match. So that's what I think, people. Just a quick video about that. And I'm going to do another video with regards to the whole concept of styles make fights, because a lot of boxing fans, even some old boxing fans, always seem to overlook this. And that's why history repeats itself, because people refuse to learn from it. I mean, the amount of times in my lifetime that I've lived through eras where a particular fighter was being held up as some type of invincible force, and the fighters started believing it themselves. And whenever that happens, alarm bells start ringing in my mind, because I've seen this movie before. When everyone's saying this fighter's invincible, the fighter starts believing it. That guy is an accident waiting to happen. We saw it actually with AJ, because in 2017, there was a lot of people saying AJ's the best around, can't see anybody beating him. But obviously he ended up losing a couple years later. The end of 2019, Deontay Wilder, people were saying something similar about him. Oh, I can't see nobody beating him. He's going to destroy Fury in the rematch. And now they've jumped onto Fury. Now people are getting carried away with Fury instead. People never seem to learn, never mind going back decades and looking at what happened in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. But even within the last 3-4 years, people haven't learned not to get carried away with fighters and to understand that styles make fights. Just because fighter A beats fighter B and fighter B beats fighter C, it doesn't mean fighter C can't beat fighter A. It's incredible that people still haven't grasped this concept. They want to crown somebody as the best when they haven't fought everybody yet. Just based off one performance. This is where the whole adage comes from, you're only as good as your last fight. That adage exists because boxing fans are so reactionary. They're so quick to go overboard with either dismissing a fighter or declaring a fighter to be virtually invincible. They're so quick to go overboard with that. So anyway, that's my take on it, people. I think Wilder should take a step-aside deal if it were offered to him. And obviously, he's guaranteed the winner of the undisputed fight. And if it's AJ, I think he's got a much better shot against AJ than he has against Tyson Fury, stylistically. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. It's Hatman, I'm out.